Welcome to No Quip Sports Football, your no funny business source of just football news. You get in, you get out, 5 to 7 minutes. Hopefully you get some fantasy, some pick'ems, and some football news along the way. First, we're going to start off with some announcements. Later on today, this is a special edition for the morning because we're going to be going Facebook Live all afternoon and into the night as well. The first game we're going to be doing is the Los Angeles Rams visiting the New England Patriots. My good friend and now co-partner on No Quip Sports, Josh Glidden, will be joining us, as well as my good friend Jeff Meltzer from back home. That broadcast will be starting at 12:40 p.m., so make sure that you're there. It'll be shared through No Quip Sports and also some personal pages. And also, additionally, that night, we'll be doing the Carolina Panthers visiting the Seattle Seahawks. My good friend from college, Jason Tarpey, will be joining us, and that will start at 8:10 p.m. Today's video will be a little bit longer than normal, as I already mentioned. The Monday Night Football preview we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the NFC positioning games, the AFC positioning games, and also games that are in between different conferences, cross-conference positioning games. So let's jump right into it. The Monday matchup review. The Indianapolis Colts, coming off the long week, will visit the New York Jets Monday at 8:30 p.m. No Quip Sports is picking Indianapolis to win this game. I think Indianapolis has a good enough team to run through that defense that's been a little bit shaky, and obviously their offense has been fairly shaky too, being that their quarterback situation isn't quite figured out between Ryan Fitzpatrick, who started off fantastic and then burned out real quick, and then Bryce Petty, who's been decent at best. Matt Forte has really been what's been keeping this team together so far. However, Brandon Marshall hasn't been able to produce because of it, as well as their other wide receivers. However, Quincy Enunwa has been doing fairly well lately. NFC major positioning games. Dallas versus Minnesota. This game already happened, and Dallas won. Huge game for them. It brings them a little bit higher against the New York Giants, who currently are fighting and hoping that they can get a wild card spot in the NFC. Additionally, Detroit, coming off the long week, versus New Orleans. New Orleans is picked to win this game. I think they'll outgun the comeback kids big time. They won't even give them that opportunity, and them being Matthew Stafford, the last 2 minutes to come back and win a game once again. Detroit, however, needs to win this game so they can capitalize on the major divisional win that they had most recently against Minnesota. In the AFC, we have Buffalo visiting Oakland. Oakland is picked to win this game. I am really fanboying the Oakland Raiders this year. I think they're going to do some fantastic things. I think Buffalo is also pretty down on themselves. However, they do have the opportunity to catch the Miami Dolphins, which could be huge. So with a victory, Buffalo could make a nice little push to take that wild card spot away from Miami, which I think one of the wild card spots will end up in the AFC East because of all the turmoil that's about to happen in the AFC West, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Next game, we have Miami versus Baltimore. Currently, No Quip Sports has Baltimore to win this game. I think they're going to be the stopper of the 7-game, or the win streak. I think it's 7 games with Miami. I think that Miami needs to have this game, however, so that they can maintain that wild card, being that there's so much going on in the AFC West. Now, speaking of the AFC West, we have the Kansas City Chiefs visiting Atlanta. No Quip Sports does have Kansas City to win this game. All AFC West teams need to keep winning in order to take both wildcard spots and to make a big push when it comes to the playoff season. If they lose, especially these games that are outside of their division, it's going to be a huge problem for those teams as they move down the pike. Additionally, we have the New York Giants visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off the long week. I do have Pittsburgh to win this game. They need it in order to catch up on Baltimore, especially if I'm picking Baltimore to win this game as well. I think in the long run that the Pittsburgh Steelers will end up beating out the Baltimore Ravens. I don't believe that they'll be able to repeat what they did the year of their Super Bowl, where they fired their offensive coordinator and then went to the Super Bowl. So I don't think that's going to happen again. This is a gigantic game for both of those teams. Next, we have the Houston Texans visiting the Green Bay Packers coming off the short week. Houston has kind of tripped and fallen into first place in their division. I don't know how it's happening, but it's also still a very tight race, being that their offense is very flat, and additionally, their defense has been a little bit shaky since losing J.J. Watt earlier in the season. So Green Bay, I do have Green Bay picked to win this game. They are in third place in their division with the great Aaron Rodgers heading up the offense. However, he has been picking up lately, and he's been connecting more with his receivers, but it seemed for a while that he didn't really trust anybody, even the guy with his own last name, the tight end Rodgers. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers visiting the San Diego Chargers. No Quip Sports does have Tampa Bay to win this game. It would be very, very important for them to win this game, especially if Atlanta loses. They'll be able to overtake or maybe tie them should they continue to slide, should the Falcons continue to slide. And I think San Diego is just, they're in the worst spot of all, being that the AFC West has those three incredible teams with the Oakland Raiders, the Denver Broncos, and the Kansas City Chiefs all fighting for the top three positions and both of the AFC wildcard teams. So anyways, while you're here, please do not forget to subscribe to NoQuip Sports here on YouTube. You can either click that little red button down there, or I'll have the annotation right about here on one of these two sides. Also, down in the description below, you can go to the NoQuip Sports Facebook and like that page so that you can see these videos as well as some other postings that come up throughout the day as well. Additionally, for anybody that has already done all that, thank you so very much. It's very important to me at this time, being that this is, as I keep saying, a passion project, a hobby, if you will. Anyways, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you later today on Facebook Live with NoQuip Sports Football. Josh, Jeff, and Jason, the three J's. Love it. Anyways, once again, have a fantastic Sunday. This is going to be a great day for football. Go football.